Yo, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day today, as usual. Looking at the top 10 cryptocurrencies right now, everything's kind of just, up or down a couple of percentage points. Really no big deal. Over on the XRP charts, we still are in the zone. To get back to that $0.50 per XRP, look at this daily chart here. I can remove some of the old scuff technical analysis, but you can clearly see XRP is trending nothing but higher lows here at this kind of general local resistance zone, and I believe this thing is going to pop. It's got 4 higher lows in a row. As long as it can hold itself and not break a previous low, we are 100% in the clear to fill these gaps all the way to $0.50 XRP, and basically, once we get to those prices, it's like FTX never happened. That's the beautiful thing. If we crack this zone and we fill these gaps, we get this pump, which I think is very, very likely. I mean, if I just remove all the lines, you just look at how strong XRP became at local demand right here, which, not to mention also is old XRP all-time high and is a very famous historical level for XRP. The 30-cent level on XRP it's a war zone. Anytime XRP is at the 30-cent range, it's either going to dump hard or it's going to pump hard. That is what has happened throughout the history of XRP, and just very clearly here, guys, we are getting back to that $0.50 XRP for sure. I am expecting within the next few days for XRP to get the burst all the way up, snatch that $0.50 XRP, and once we get to this level, it's quite literally like the FTX dump never happened. We've already, reclaimed about half of the FTX dump, but we get to that $0.50 per coin, it's like it never happened, all right? So let's get into some news for today as TradingView is bombarding me with advertisements. I've been noticing this last year, TradingView has been getting very, very aggressive with the membership advertisements compared to a few years ago. But anyways, let's get into this, guys. James K. Fillin right here. I have some thoughts on timing regarding the Hinman documents. Something that, us XRP YouTubers have not been talking about recently just because, I mean, the Hinman documents did get turned over to Ripple around a month and a half ago, and we've been kind of waiting for it to become public, and it's looking like it might not become public, but nonetheless, the Hinman documents did get turned over to Ripple. Ripple was requesting the Hinman documents. The SEC says, oh no, this is not relevant to the case at all. Yes, it absolutely is that you're, discriminating with altcoins and giving Ethereum a free pass that was supposedly not paid for, but obviously paid for, right? And then the judge goes ahead and demands, so ordered, the SEC turn over the Hinman documents. The SEC says, oh no, we object. No, we are not turning this over because, of course, they have a lot of things to hide. And then the judge overrules the SEC's objection and says, no, I object your objection. You must turn them over. So James K. Fillin here, XRP community legal legend, former federal prosecutor, current defense lawyer, and honestly just a savior of the XRP community, I think. This guy has been keeping us grounded and has been updating us so many times in the reverse SEC lawsuit, and he wrote us a little bit of a piece here on his thoughts on the summary judgment motions and the outstanding sealing issues. Okay, let's go ahead and get the ultra zoom on this here so we're not stressing the eyes out. So my thoughts on the timing of upcoming decisions, November 30th, 2022. I have some thoughts on the Hinman documents and the outstanding sealing issues. I don't think we are going to see references to the Hinman documents in the upcoming replies. To the extent the Hinman documents are referenced, I think the SEC will redact those references as they have in the past. I also don't think that Judge Torres will rule on the sealing issues soon after January 9th because it probably isn't how Judge Torres is going to approach the remainder of this case. And also just January 9th is kind of reminding me, Flare token should be coming out January. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed for the 90th time. There are 3 big issues outstanding. 1, summary judgment motions. 2, expert challenges, Daubert motions, and 3, sealing issues regarding the expert reports. The Hinman documents and other material relied on by the SEC and Ripple in their motions. What Judge Torres relies on in making her decision on the summary judgment motions will likely dictate what she will unseal. If the judge relies on a document in her decision, that document is considered a judicial document, and then it will be disclosed. So it seems like if the judge thinks that the Hinman documents is like a big factor in her decision in the case, then it must go public. That's what I'm getting here. So what does that mean? I think Judge Torres will work backwards. First, she will draft her summary judgment ruling and identify any of those now sealed or redacted documents that she relied on. If she relied on them, they would be discussed in her ruling and she would unseal them. If she doesn't rely on a document in her decision, then the question of whether that document needs to remain sealed becomes moot. Whatever that means. The same with the expert motions. If she doesn't rely on an expert in her summary judgment decision, there would be no need for her to address the motion to strike that expert's testimony. My point is, why would Judge Torres slog through the expert motions and the sealing motions, including the sealing of the Hinman documents, separately before deciding what parts of them, if any, are relevant to deciding the summary judgment motion? I don't think she will. The next one here. This is exactly what she did in the case involving Goldman Sachs that had sealing disputes. So basically, people just don't want documents public. That's the thing. There's people out there, and they got things they want to hide, and they want those things sealed. Right? That's just the reality here. So this is exactly what she did in the case involving Goldman Sachs that had sealing disputes, challenges to the experts, and motions for summary judgment. When she decided those issues, she did it at the same time in one ruling, and in a footnote in that ruling, she basically said, if it's discussed here, my opinion, it's a judicial document. I relied on it, and it will be made public. So I don't think we should expect a separate ruling on the sealing of the expert materials, the Hinman documents, or other material relied on by the parties. I believe that she will decide everything together, and it won't be until she rules on the motions for summary judgment, and it will be in one big written ruling. So, big argument by the SEC is that the Hinman documents have nothing to do with the case. That's the biggest argument. I remember they were, when they had the first initial objection to Judge Torres' ruling and Ripple's request, they start off saying, this has nothing to do with the case. And if you look at it from a surface level, from a mainstream media, headline, what they want you to know kind of level, it might seem like, they're like William Hinman and the Ethereum collaboration really has no, it has no effect on the case. They're not related, right? That's what you would think. If you look at the surface level, which is a big problem in cryptocurrency, is people only looking at the surface level and not considering the deep depths of the iceberg. Because William Hinman collaborating with Ethereum and giving a free pass. What does that have to do with the SEC suing Ripple? It's the fact that the SEC is playing favorites here, depending on who's stuffing their pockets. Look, Ethereum's an altcoin, XRP's an altcoin. Ethereum was promoted by the SEC. XRP is being shot down by the SEC and being attacked by the SEC. Why? That is why it is relevant to the case. Because they're playing favorites here, and we're trying to follow the money trail with the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, or as I like to say, the Ethereum Enterprise Cartel. We're kind of running back the money trail going, okay, how and why is Ethereum getting played as a favorite with the SEC, who should not be playing favorites? The SEC should be caring about regulation and protection and clarity of the whole crypto space, but all of a sudden they just treat Ethereum like it's the firstborn amazing straight A student child, and they're just going to promote this one. Why promote the second largest cryptocurrency and then attack the third largest cryptocurrency at the time of the lawsuit? So that's the biggest argument with the SEC is that, the Hinman documents have nothing to do with the case. Well, there's a lot of things that do with the case. It's a lot of things, because in the Hinman speech, the first largest crypto, Bitcoin, second largest crypto, Ethereum. Oh, free pass, not a security. These are great coins and we don't think they're securities. But then it comes to the third largest token and it starts getting treated like a redheaded stepchild, and they're attacking it. and trying to bring it down. And you got to consider there was more than 60 drafts of the Hinman speech. Does a little crypto government speech take 60 drafts? Do you remember the old president back in history, FDR, and his famous speech? That took 7 drafts. Why did Hinman's speech take 60? It's almost as if there was an organization shadowing over him wanting a perfect speech, not mentioning XRP at all. Exactly. The Hinman documents have everything to do with the case. Crypto Eddie says, I like this format for reading. You spark a broader anticipation of what might be with your critical thinking. We appreciate you, Jim. Thank you. Very, very good. Very good. All right. Let's get to some other just little bits of news and stuff. So, Justin, Sam Bankman-Fried says FTX US is fully solvent and withdrawals could be opened up today. Not sure what's going on with that, but FTX, man, Sam Bankman-Fried being kind of protected by the media. I don't exactly know what's going on there. Check this out here. There's a full interview, which I think I'm going to upload like a reaction to. I'm going to watch this like in a separate video and kind of react to it live. And this is one-on-one with Sam Bankman-Fried. And it's a full 10-minute interview of the mainstream media interviewing Sam Bankman-Fried. And they're kind of protecting him. I got to say, they're protecting him a little bit, but we're going to give this a watch later. All right, next one. John Deaton. The Ripple XRP case has always been ground zero. A year and a half ago, I did a video for Crypto Law US where I said every altcoin was in danger, including Ethereum. ETH holders said I was spreading FUD. I replied that if you trust government officials to abide by Hinman's speech, you are naive. And this is a reply to news that came out 10 hours ago. New, Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency that is a commodity, CFTC chairman. It's just kind of bullshit. It's kind of bullshit. So the CFTC says Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency that's a commodity. Gary Gensler actually tweeted out something like celebrating the anniversary of Bitcoin being launched. And I love what John Deaton replied to Gary Gensler saying, oh yeah, don't pretend like if there was an actual face and a company behind Bitcoin, you wouldn't be handing them subpoenas. So that's the thing. Like, obviously got to respect Bitcoin. It's the grandfather of the cryptocurrency space. It was the first cryptocurrency ever created. And obviously, early Bitcoin developers went ahead and created XRP, but everyone likes to ignore that fact. But Bitcoin, okay, so CFTC says it's commodity. And then you got Gary Gensler putting out on Twitter, like celebrating the anniversary of Bitcoin. And it's like, really? So just because there's not a face behind the coin, that makes it not a security. I feel like Ripple is being punished for their transparency. That's what it really is, guys. I mean, be honest with yourself right now. I think Ripple being transparent, they're punishing them for that. Look, Bitcoin got no face behind it, got no company behind it. No one's attacking it. CFTC calls it a commodity. SEC is not trying to give Bitcoin subpoenas because you can't give Bitcoin subpoenas. So because of the sheer fact that it's right now impossible to sue somebody for creating Bitcoin as a security, but because you have Ripple and the face behind it, Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz, and the whole Silicon Valley tech startup Ripple company, because there is a name and a face to attack, they do so. I believe Ripple's being punished for the transparency, which is a shame. It's a true shame. All right, last little thing for today, guys, just some general world stuff. Just in, U.S. Federal Appeals Court rejects President Biden's $400 billion bid to reinstate his student debt relief plan. So, only reason I want to talk about this is because I didn't go to college. I'm not going to college. I don't plan on doing it. I think college, it is a good path, but not for everybody. The problem is in high schools, they drill into everybody's head. I mean, I remember the first time, as soon as you become a freshman into high school, they got us together in a room and give us this 4-year plan. And it's like, okay, so once you're a senior, then you're going to go off to college. And in high school, they just drill into your head, you need to go to college. Everyone needs to go to college because obviously, look, college is a business. let's face it, college is a business. You know, you're making 60, 70, 80K per student. I mean, yeah, it's a business. It's a business. And then what do you end up giving them? Oh, a little piece of paper that says you did something. Wow. Congratulations. I'm not saying college is a bad thing. College is not a bad thing. But I don't believe in this kind of social norm of everybody needs to go to college, because now you got a flood of students getting head and heels in debt, like head over heels in debt, and they don't know what they want to do. They just get a degree in like something easy. Then they come out of college, and then what happens? What? 50% of college students, this is a real statistic, guys, 50% of college students end up moving back in with their parents and working a minimum wage job. That's a problem. Again, I don't think college is a bad thing. I think college is actually a great route if you damn straight know what you want to do, and you know that by pursuing that major, you can make a truckload of money once you come out of college, right? So again, not trying to bash college, but look, if you want to go to college, you want to be a doctor, want to be a lawyer, go to law school, you want to be a pilot, you know what? Honestly, great, because I just know once you're done with school, dude, you got yourself lined up to get yourself a fucking great paying job with good benefits, right? But the problem is in America, and I don't know for the whole world, but for America at least, we're just sending every single high school kid to college. They're getting, you know, a freaking nice Mercedes in debt hanging over their head. And by the way, the debt from a college loan, you cannot default on that. You can't like declare bankruptcy on that and have that cleared away. So the thing is, like, Biden, he's trying to get $400 billion to student debt relief. And it's like, I'm sorry, but like, yeah, you know what? Students are being brainwashed to like, okay, every kid needs to go to college, right? And then they go to college, they get the 50, 60, 70K in debt on their shoulders. And then they leave college and go, okay, what now? And then they start, you know, freaking chanting on Twitter, I want to remove my debt. No. You knew what you were signing up for. You knew what you were getting yourself into. I got to say, I do not agree with this student debt relief shit, because the moment you set foot on that campus, you became a student, you saw the tuition, you knew what you were getting yourself into. I mean, this is like everyone in America, you know, buying a nice car with a loan and then going, we want car relief. Well, no, you knew what you're getting yourself into. It's an expensive car, big payment per month, insurance, gas, maintenance. You knew what you were getting yourself into. So I just got to say, I'm a little bit, I don't know, I would say passionate, because I specifically chose not to go to college because I'm like, you know, pilot, doctor, lawyer, engineer, I don't think that's for me. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go do my own thing, right? Which is XRP. And fuck, the price is, God, the price is only 40 cents. But anyways, you get the point. It's like, hey, you knew what you're getting yourself into. What, you're just going to bail everyone out now? You know? Anyways, guys, that's my little rant for today for the college stuff. And, yeah, Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. Let's get this shit over with and get it done. Get put in the past. Because I know Library, God, they have quite literally said that their company is like dead now. Yeah, check LBRY Twitter. They said like their company is quite literally going to go away soon just because of the SEC. So, guys, we got to defeat the big beast of the SEC. Carry on, get the XRP back to $0.50 per coin price. And then the next part, going to reclaim these previous highs from 2021 and 2020. Thank you guys for tuning in the video today. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one.